Come one, come all, to the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Today, we finish off the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline and learn how this story ends. Warning, this episode contains graphic content and vivid descriptions of horrific events. If that's not for you, might want to bow out now. Warning, this episode contains spoilers for all Five Nights at Freddy's related media. Enjoy.
I know that there are people at this table, not naming names, who are not fans of the idea of, luck or fate or these sort of things where there's greater forces in the world than we understand. And listen, I'm an engineering type guy. I know that it's not likely, but sometimes you just notice patterns or you just see something coming, and you kind of have to in your head rationalize and think about stuff like that and be like, I don't think that's a good sign. And recently, I've developed a real not fucked. It's just a funny one, because I didn't notice it until later, after the events.
Uh-huh.
Every morning, I pack my lunch, and wanting to be quick, it's a pack of 2-minute noodles and a couple muesli bars.
Classic, nice.
I grabbed the muesli bars out of an assorted variety pack, a value pack that I bought, because I ain't no fool. I'm not buying the single flavor. I'm not that picky. But there are 3 flavors in there. Mango passion fruit. There's like a yogurt on top of the muesli bar. It's delicious. Strawberry. Also very good. And then there's honeycomb. Honeycomb can eat my fucking nuts. I hate honeycomb.
Okay.
Because it's a set of oats with a sticky, very overly, artificial sweet honeycomb over the top.
Yeah,
and so it's like the other two, there's like a little bit of that niceness. But the honeycomb, no. So I try and avoid it, and I did that the first time. I ended up with a full week of honeycomb because that's just how it goes.
Yep.
So now I try and avoid it for myself by just because it's on a high shelf, I feel around, grab 2 muesli bars and go. I barely even look at them most days. But I've noticed recently that there's a correlation. It's like, augury in D&D, Wheel or Woe?
Yeah.
The muesli bars are speaking to me. Tuesday, I got into my work, and I work moving stock, and there was the most fucked amount of stock I've seen in my goddamn life. I was so angry, and we were down staff, so I had to help out with sales, and I had to do this incredible amount of stock. And we then received displays that we didn't know were coming on that day, which we weren't prepared to move because the only guy who was able to help us was the guy driving the truck, who was an old Italian man. So it was a bunch of us random salespeople trying to cart this massive display off the truck. Bad day.
Yep.
I get to my lunchtime. I pull out my muesli bars. 2 honeycomb.
Oh, that's a bad omen. That is a bad omen.
And I should have seen it at the start of the day when I pulled it out of the box. So the next day I was like, well, it's just a bad day.
Are they packaged together? Isn't that the whole point? There'll be
How do you mean?
So there'll be 3 honeycomb here, 3 thing with it. So
no. It's just a pile inside the box.
Okay.
Or at least that's how it's ended up. I did merge my previous packet into this one, so it's probably mixed from where it was.
Sure.
And then the next morning I pull them out and I get strawberry and mango. Well, that's good. Looking forward to that. Put it in my bag. Had a fucking fantastic day. The amount of stock that had arrived, 1 pallet. A 1/6 of what I'd done the day before. The customers, non-existent. Staff, we had extra. I don't know why. I think they overcorrected from the day before and were like, we should put someone on as a temporary staff. Great fucking day. Next day, come in. 1 honeycomb, 1 strawberry. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Had random extra displays come in that we also still weren't prepared for, but ultimately the stock itself was fine. And I'm just seeing these correlations, and I think there's just a little bit of something in my mind that's going, maybe the muesli bar augury has something to it. And I think
it does.
I think that we all make sort of connections like that, and I think that I'd be interested to know if you guys have any. Are you driving to work and you see the grey sky and go, ugh, or your alarm, you wake up to your alarm and you hear something? Not naming names about who here has issues with this concept.
My maybe not version of that, but my version of that's less augury and omens and more me making an active decision, I guess.
Yeah.
And I am very big on picking particular socks for particular work days.
Oh yeah.
And I find it's just a small thing. It's not, it's no mystical god omens or anything, but by getting the socks that are like my "we're going to have a good day" socks, It's more about my mindset.
Oh,
I'm
100%.
changing, right?
And honestly, that may be a similar thing to the augury.
Yeah. It's like if I get those fox socks out that I've got,
they are good socks.
They are good socks. I'm going into that day with as good a mindset as I possibly
Didn't
can.
your partner give you those?
No, I bought those ones. That's why they're good.
That's self-ownership.
Can I say something?
No, because you're gonna.
Because you're a hater.
No, I want to agree with you, Jude.
Okay.
I want to agree with you in the fact that we like the vibe is very much based on your own thing. If you go into the day going to a vibe, you're going to enjoy it more. It's like they say the winter lows. The winter lows because when you see a bright sunny day, you feel better, you have a nice day because you just correlate that and you think you have a nice day. Even if the day was the same day as yesterday, if it's sunny to rainy, you're going to have a shitter day on the rainy day just because you think of it. Depending if you like rain.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Some people love rain.
You're talking more like seasonal depression stuff, which I get, but
it's a well-known things about that. If we react to our environment, it's how we work.
Of course.
Maybe you've reacted to your muesli bars. Maybe God's speaking to you. Either way, 3 sample size is not a good enough sample size to give me
my standard deviation is 0. It is perfect 1-to-1.
Dude,
what happened?
So you've only taken these muesli bars 3 days.
No, I've taken them for weeks. I just haven't noticed the trend. I haven't been paying attention. Maybe God's been speaking to me for years. Maybe that he's been here the whole time.
Maybe he has been.
Yeah. Maybe he always comes back.
Maybe he always comes back for me.
And maybe it's Maybelline. Who always comes back? You know who always comes back? William Afton.
Fuck.
William Afton from Five Nights at Freddy always comes back.
What's his muesli bars?
Dead children.
Nice.
Yeah, his oats are their skin.
Oh, God. That's horrific.
The honeycomb sauce.
No, stop.
We have to keep riffing Jude, because otherwise he'll talk about Five Nights at Freddy's.
You guys have unleashed something by telling me about Five Nights at Freddy's.
No,
you know how fucked up I am.
This is kind of crazy. But again, before we get into this, correlation is not causation, okay? One thing. Anyway.
I'll start believing that when you stop saying you have bad luck and that the dice hate you.
If luck exists, God hates me. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't believe it does. But if it does, I have bad luck. The funniest fucking engineer take I've ever heard.
The Five Nights at... today we're talking about Five Nights at Freddy. We're back. This is the second episode. We're going to be finishing off the timeline today. My timeline, at least. We're going to finish on my timeline. What I think the events and the perfect story ends. There will be events from the later games coming in later. We'll talk if there's a really big force of comments and Discord about it. I may take this up again later and finish the newer games. I'm not as big a fan of that newer stuff, and I think the story really summed up really well. We'll get to how it does, but anyway.
You heard it here first, folks. If you comment in Discord enough, Matt will finish.
So true. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. We talked about it last time, but yeah, it's a franchise created by Scott Coffin, a horror series created around haunted animatronics, characters at the Freddy Fazbear Pizza and other locations, launched in 2014 as first as an indie horror game. It's now got books, movies, horror attractions. It's got a bunch of games, bunch of novels. It's all that kind. It was came off a cryptic lore and jump scares and fan theories from the internet. It basically became a big thing, and that it exploded into all this kind of deep storytelling from horror games. We have to look at find your lore, but it wasn't just tell you the story.
Not to deviate too hard from your thing, but also you mentioned the attraction. Where?
I don't know.
Who looked at the Kid Murder series and was like, yeah, that's the ride we want. That's the brand we want associated with our professional brand, our studio. If it's fucking Paramount or something, I'm gonna shit.
Apparently it's on the Las Vegas Strip?
Nice! Goated. Maybe it's like an actual pizza restaurant or something.
Probably.
Because it says attraction. It's not like a ride.
Yeah.
My brain went straight to ride because that's what I assume it is these days.
I don't know if this is the right one, but this one says the Fright Dome.
Nice.
It's like the Thunderdome. They put the kids in there.
Yeah, they put 5 kids and a bunch of animatronics. We've seen how this goes.
And one weird old man in a bunny suit.
Yeah, how old's this motherfucker?
Well, we know he was an adult in the 1970s.
Yeah, so he's
so
probably like
now
50s
the 1980s,
at least.
so he's 50. So 40s is 30s, 40s making.
Well, he had 3 kids in the
70s.
Well, by the 1980s, he had 3 kids, including 2 young kids and 1 teenage
But they were
kid.
both at least 4, so they must have been born in the late 70s.
Yes.
Is the point.
So yeah, I mean that's 40s is plenty. People have kids in mid-30s and have 3 kids.
I think he's probably around 50 at this point.
That makes sense.
People have kids at the age of 25. Oh, wait.
Whoa.
No.
What have you heard?
Okay, let's get back to the part of the script that we're up against. What do you guys remember from last time while I get back?
Nothing. It's been 4 months.
Been 2 hours.
So Mr. William started, he was a bit of a weird festival junkie, and then he wanted to bring the joys of Falls Festival all year round. So he made big airlock, locking animatronic suits that were really weird and janky and dangerous, but you could go inside the suit and then you could get out the suit and it would still stand there like, ah! And then he made it a restaurant. It was the diner, Favbear's Diner or whatever. And then other guy named Charlie was like, nuh-uh.
Henry.
Yep.
Charlie is his daughter.
Murdered daughter, yep. Henry
Spoilers.
made his own version of his own pizza place that had the animatronics automated, so it was more successful, and then they went into business together, and then it was kind of so for them, and then they had weird family lives, and then William's oldest son killed his baby 4-year-old, getting its head munched off by a big golden bear, and then William went off the rails, became an alcoholic, and then he killed Henry's daughter. And then he started abducting and killing kids within the pizzeria that was at this point called Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and then it all went shit creek, and then Henry went back, worked diligently, made some new animatronics that would look after the criminal database, and then it all went badly after there, and then maybe more kids died, or maybe they didn't. You have to watch our first episode to hear the answer to that.
Yeah.
And then a nighttime security guard went in, and then on his last night, he got his head munched and his frontal lobe was removed. And then on the extra 6th secret night, when they had to go in and close some stuff down, Michael, William's oldest son, who was still kind of recovering from the trauma of having killed his younger brother, went in as the security guard and gathered some information for his father, and now his father's like, maybe I can bring back my dead kid.
I want to make a game show edit where it's just like, what is Five Nights at Freddy's? Edit in that and just like, ding, ding, ding.
That was great.
1 point.
That was great. There's a couple things. Yep, so I want to make clear, so there's 5 dead kids, and they are haunting the 5 animatronics from the original.
It's 10 dead kids.
Fuck off.
Maybe 11.
No, I'm not. Well, there's technically 7 dead kids at this point. In my timeline,
there's 5 that are haunting those.
Yes, there's 5 that are haunting the 5 animatronics that we know of in there. One thing I didn't really mention because it's I think we'll get there. We'll get there later, actually. But yeah, you're pretty inaccurate. There was actually Jeremy was there for 6 nights actually, and he was bit the next morning at a birthday party in front of people. So that's why it was right.
Yeah, the bite of 87. Yeah,
that was closed.
Yeah.
And then it was a 7th night where he came in, just like semantics.
Yeah,
you got to really. That was
nigh perfect.
That was nigh perfect. Yes,
we're gonna say in the next.
I know the law to some degree, and I wouldn't have gotten it that right. My man studies.
He's listening. He's
just the only one with a functional brain out of the 3 of us.
So, Afton, now knowing that these children's spirits are inhabiting these animatronics, I talked last time, he's got hope. He has finally found the thing he needed. He might be able to bring his
crying child
back. And if he brings his boy back, his wife would surely come back, and they can be a family again.
God, he's so fucked. He's so immensely fucked.
He's so right for that,
He
though.
could be a family again. He could fix his broken family. But Afton needed more information.
Yep.
Afton needed to experiment, and therefore needed more children.
Fuck.
Because how else is he going to get these remnants of these kids? How else is he going to know about this? Remnants of life. So I'll send a little quote from the chat.
Killing more children.
More kids.
Well, that's the only way he knows how to get this so far. So, which one of you wants to give us one first?
What is the vibe of this quote?
This is the same kind of like upbeat kind of opening.
I'll go for that. Fuck
cool.
yeah. Is it? Oh, it hasn't been sent yet.
It's sent.
Oh, really?
Your shit loading.
There we go. Due to the massive success, and even more so, the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment.
Yes. Afton will just have to open a new location.
Oh, God.
A sister location, if you will. It's one of the names of the game.
That's the name of the game.
Oh.
And thus, Circus Baby's Pizzeria World was...
Circus Baby?
Circus Baby!
He looked at all of his years of animatronic experience, branding, knowing all this sort of stuff, and was like, yeah, Circus Baby.
Oh, yeah. Circus Baby.
What the fuck does Circus Baby look like? It's gonna be something fucked up.
Depends which Circus Baby you get.
Oh, yeah, that's a baby.
Yeah, I hate that.
Hey, why is he fucking with the perforated face thing? That's so goofy. So, to describe what I'm looking at very briefly, it's a similar look to, I would say, like a youngish girl, red hair, in a skirt and top, except she's an animatronic and is very, like, segmented in a weird way, including the fact that her face is, like, split into 6, 7, 8, 9 sections that look like they probably fold away, which I'm sure that's nothing.
The point of these newer robots is they're new and improved. We'll talk about it in a second, but they can like move their facial expressions to make more realistic expressions.
Probably give it an extra like 2 months. I think you could have figured out something slightly better than this. I think that because there's a picture in the one that I'm looking at where the baby below is just looking like a skinned face.
Those wouldn't come out. So
I don't care
about those ones, but
keep it on the go back to the drawing board. Try again. It's a good idea. Not that, though.
Afton built new and improved robots. Ones made with movable wires and tubes, not those hard metal frames that Henry made. This is realistic. This is actually, their movements are smooth, not jagged. These are really well done animatronics. His study has paid off, and he's built much more sophisticated robots than Henry ever built. These robots would be able to do all sorts: sing, dance, blow up balloons, make ice cream. But most importantly, they'd be able to abduct children for him.
Okay.
He built them to count the He built it into their tracker to be able to count the number of people in the room. And once alone with a single child, a claw would open up and pull the child inside, trapping them. There's like an audio we have of like, I don't actually have the quote here, but of Afton. Of the board being like, yeah, we're really impressed by all those things. And Afton's like, oh, they can blow up balloons, they can make robots. And you're like, yeah, those aren't the designs we're like worried about, my guy.
Sorry, the board? The board of people who are willingly employing this engineer who was on court trial for 5, 6 missing kids. And they're like, yeah, the animatronics seem pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a very successful business. It makes a lot of money.
Fuck me.
I mean, listen, that's a pretty good motivator.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck hell. All right, continue.
Yes, they would count the number of people in the room and then trap them.
Mm-hmm.
First, he built Baby after his daughter Elizabeth asked him to. Do you want to build one for him, a friend for her? The whole time he was building her, he was trying to keep his daughter away from her, though. Elizabeth didn't understand why she couldn't go play with her friend.
Well, so Circus Baby was made as a friend?
No,
or the actual babies?
The Circus Baby.
Okay.
Circus Baby animatronic.
Yeah. The Circus Baby does still have the trapping children.
Yeah, no, I know, but she was made as a friend to Elizabeth.
Well, yeah, she was made because Elizabeth asked him to.
That's right.
Yeah. And she was the main attraction as well. That's kind of where he got the inspiration for Circus Baby. There'll also be a new Freddy, Bonnie, and Foxy, and a new one called Ballora. Ballora, if you want to look up, is an animatronic and Echoes' wife. This time, she would never leave him.
What the fuck? I've got Ballora, and it's just... Oh, right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Ballora.
Yeah. So she's more of a... Whereas Baby's more of a singer, Ballora's more of like a ballerina.
I saw her in the pictures, and I was like, that's a weird-looking thing, because the rest of them are all very cartoonish, and that's just a woman.
Yep. No Chica here, you might notice. Henry owned the rights, of course, to her fully.
Listen, I'll kill kids, but I will not disrespect copyright law.
Well, honestly, Afton wasn't a big fan of her anyway.
Well, whatever.
Afton didn't like Chica.
Sure.
Never one of his. Also, it's theorized that Chica was also maybe the one who did the bite of 87. So keeping her away, so that news away
gets
would
rid
be
of
good.
the image, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's either her, Chica or Mangled, pretty much. And Mangled, we're not getting to him. Don't worry about Mangled. After building these amazing robots, he opened up his new attraction, Circus Baby's Pizza World, as we showed. And I'm going to send a quote.
Give me the Circus Baby Pizza World.
Circus Baby Pizza World.
Circus Baby Pizza World.
Okay, this is a long quote, so I need a little girl's voice. Yeah.
You're such a motherfucker.
I need a little girl's voice. So this is Baby, the animatronic voice of Baby.
Oh, okay. So no, I can do that because you're not asking me to do a genuine child. You're asking me to do a cartoon of a genuine child.
Yeah, a robot little girl.
Did you know that I was on stage once? It wasn't for very long, only one day. What a wonderful day, though. I would always count the children. I'm not sure why. I was acutely aware of how many there were in the room with me. There were 4, then 3, then 2, and then 1. Something happened when there was 1, a little girl standing by herself. I was no longer myself, and I stopped singing. My stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move, at least not until she stepped closer. There was screaming for a moment, but only a moment.
Yep.
That kid got abducted.
Yeah, I wonder. It's real subtle.
On opening day.
Hey, kids, come get some ice cream.
On opening day, when everyone else was distracted with the event, Elizabeth, wanting to play with the father's creation, got too close to Baby, even after William told her not to. She couldn't resist. It was made for her, wasn't it?
Oh, so it was Elizabeth that gets abducted. Oh.
Once she was alone in the room, Elizabeth was up close. Baby struck. Struck. Shut up. Struck.
I understand. You're much more familiar with stroking than you are with strucking.
Striking.
Stroke, don't strike.
Stroke, don't stroke.
You know what I mean?
How often
do
you stroke it, Matt?
We don't know. So this
one's not making
back
it
to
on
the
TikTok.
murdered child. Pulling.
Fucking hell.
Baby struck. Pulling Elizabeth inside. But having never been able to test these machines, the force was too strong.
Oh fuck!
And it instantly killed Elizabeth.
Oh my god!
Oh, so it was just meant to gently abduct them into the body of the thing, but
Yes.
instead it just crushed her.
Yes.
Hey, actually no, William Afton, I know you're out there watching this. It's your own fault. You did that. That's no one else. You can't get mad at anyone for that one. That's just your L. And admittedly, a lot of this up to this point is your L. But this one, you made a thing that looked like something your daughter wanted to hang out with, and like you warned her, but she's a kid.
Yeah.
You should have tested it on... What could you test it on to make sure it doesn't obliterate?
You shouldn't have made
like a teddy bear or something. Like, do a test before you're like, yeah, I'm going to get this kid.
I'm sure Henry has another kid.
That's true.
Fuck. Henry doesn't have a kid.
Henry's got no more kids. There's only one kid left.
I mean, apparently in the novels, he might have like a son, but that's never mentioned in any of the games, so it's not canon.
William Afton has one kid now, and it's the shithead that he hates, the oldest kid.
So Elizabeth's dead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Afton was devastated, and the place closed down that day.
Yeah, I mean, as it should.
Speed run.
He managed to...
His splits are getting crazy.
I know. He managed to cover it up after, under a gas leak, but no one was really sold on that. It was pretty obvious there was something happened there. Afton was crushed. His great idea had gotten his little girl killed. This was supposed to fix their family, not break it any further.
You're supposed to unite the force. Not leave it into darkness.
Sitting alone.
Stupid.
Baby was the chosen one. Sitting alone in his lab, staring at Baby, wondering where it all went wrong.
Could have been when you killed started killing kids. Where did it all go? My robot designed to abduct children. Where did it all go wrong?
He noticed something.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Weren't baby eyes supposed to be blue? He'd made it. It was one of those distinct features. He got up, looked closer. They were green now.
Elizabeth's eyes also green?
Bright green. Just like his daughter's eyes. This was all the confirmation he needed. Haunting was real, and his daughter was in Baby. he would this invigorated him, and he would continue the fight. He had to see it through. If he could bring his son back, he would be able to convince his wife and his daughter. He could have it all back together again.
Fuck. Exactly.
This just made him double down. He still needed more metal from more haunted children, something he dubbed Remnant.
Oh, God. Yep.
Afton would lay low for a few years, using his current suits to steal more children and experiment on them.
Okay, did he... Hang on. Did he get convicted for this one? Because the place shut down.
No. He covered it up.
He just shut it... He had a board of people investing in his business, and he was like, hey, 2 days? That's enough. We're good.
The board is like unknown how the board's relevant. There's just we know there's a voice line that says like, hey guys, we're a bit concerned. Maybe it was the construction members, maybe it was someone involved, someone read it, but we don't know it was a board. But they were just
mildly forgiven.
Also, he owns everything, right? There might have been like investors. There might have been investors, maybe stakeholders, but he was like the main holder.
Mm.
Maybe they came to help give him a little money to help put it together.
Just put him on a manslaughter charge or something. let my guy pay.
Dude, Al Capone him. Get him on tax.
Get him on his taxes. My guy, William Afton, does not pay taxes, and you cannot tell me otherwise. There's no fucking chance.
I doubt it.
God.
But this is part where we don't really know too much about what happened exactly here. But this is an explanation. Because we don't know too much about what happened from the years 1987 and 1993.
Mm-hmm.
But we know there was a thing called Circus Babies Rentals.
Mm.
But we don't know exactly what it was used for. He also had an exact copy of his house and his crying child's route to Fredbear's under his house.
Yep. Okay.
It is theorized that he attempted to recreate the conditions that it was originally created with his first child.
Mm.
That he captured children, basically tortured them with horrific events using the sound tubes to make them terrified, and eventually killed them. Again, this is never confirmed because there's never any kids come from this. He could have just been experimenting with the machines and animatronics from this. But he does have very weird things in his house.
Yeah.
And it is very strange. Again, wouldn't there be more investigations from more missing kids if they keep going missing from these Afton robotics?
You would think.
So it's not 100% confirmed, this part, but it's an interesting part of the lore.
Yeah.
That we know those are rentals, we know he rented them out, and yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, in 1993, a new Freddy's would open in the original location.
Oh my God.
Fuck off.
This is still owned by Henry, but it was a desperate pitch from the Freddy's board or the Freddy's investors or whatever to try and make something of this brand again. It was worth a lot of money after all. They would use the original animatronics in the original place. As I said, fucking horrible idea. Terrible idea. Finding out about this, Afton, again, fucking pissed. He's like, fuck off.
Yep.
Fuck off. No, Henry. You haven't learned your lesson yet. Stop this.
He's right. Willie, he's not...
Really?
I was about to say he's the only rational person in this storyline, but that's not true.
No.
I give none of these characters.
Henry is usually the most rational, but yeah. He shouldn't have opened this restaurant. Probably desperate, maybe.
Get into engineering. Go work at fucking Lockheed Martin. They'll pay you at least.
That's
at
not
least
a good
then
idea
you're killing
either.
people deliberately.
Holy fuck. Fuck. Dude.
That's not a genuine opinion. That was a joke. I'm just letting you know.
So finding out about this, Afton recruits Michael, who's happy his fathers will even talk to him, to act as security guard on night shift.
Oh, do you play as Michael in the first game? Is that
yes, yes, you do.
He got it. Okay. He solved it.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. So you play as Mike Schmidt, which is
his fake name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But in the movie, I believe the guy just called Mike Schmidt.
In the movie where it's Peter Malark.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Peter Malark.
Here he has a great whistle.
Oh, yeah. And he's great at making cakes.
Sorry.
He doesn't tell him why, but he tells him to investigate the animatronics and write down all you can about them. He goes in as Mike Fritz, as I said, to investigate and find out all he can about these suits. Finds out after a few nights of investigating, he finds out they're acting very weird and they move at night, unlike anything. They're also usually very aggressive against him, starting to attack him. Maybe because his resemblance to his father. These kids see William in Michael. One is different, however. Golden Freddy. He never saw it move like the others. But how could it? Its spring-lock suit was deactivated. It can't move. The other ones at least can walk around. They're animatronics. But he keeps seeing in visions. Flashing. Looks back, it's gone. And hearing the whispers. It's me. It's me. It's me. Was this his brother trying to reach out?
Because the golden one's the one that killed his brother.
Yeah. Well, he killed his brother, but...
Yes.
Yeah, let's not shift blame.
Yeah. Or was this all too much for him? He was starting to hallucinate. These memories flooding back. His guilt all over again.
This is the same kid that got tormented by his dad with the psycho discs or whatever the fuck it was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, okay, so listen, he might also just be off his meds.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not nice, terrible. What the fuck is going on? Continue.
It's only open for a brief time before closing, this time due to lack of customers.
Yeah, fair.
No one fucking wanted to go there.
I wonder why!
Michael would get fired after 5 days for, quote, tampering with the animatronics and odor.
Oh.
Which was the same reasons he got fired at the place in 1987. Same two reasons. That's why we know we connect these two characters.
Yeah.
And he smells bad.
He has terrible hygiene.
Yeah. I mean, he has a terrible father, so...
Does that automatically mean you have bad hygiene?
I think it moves a bit of the blame.
He probably wasn't taught what he needed to be taught, you know?
The guy who didn't have enough oversight over his kids to make sure that his youngest son didn't have his heads put into the extremely dangerous suit and get his head crushed, and couldn't even get there because he was talking through the Freddy doll, is gonna tell his kids to take a shower?
I mean, you just figure it out.
He probably doesn't shower.
Well, clearly, Michael had problems. He couldn't work it out.
Yep.
I think Michael had other problems on his hygiene.
I was gonna say.
Even though it's closed, Afton now knows where the suits are and confirmed they are still haunted. Two things he needs to know. He returns to the original Freddy's location after it's been closed down, breaks in to get the remnants of the original cast. One by one, just as he did before, he would lure the children just to jump them from a hidden room. There's a hidden safe room at the back. That's where they keep the spring lock suits, by the way. Mm-hmm. That's called a safe. They call it a safe room, and the reason it's called a safe room is because the animatronics actually can't see it. They have a map in their mind. They can't see the safe room. So when they get there, he jumps out and grabs them, and he'd quickly dismantle them.
My Roomba has the opposite problem. It sees through the windows of the house and hallucinates extra rooms. It's really funny. We genuinely found it heading into the backyard one time.
Let me on!
No, not the secret room!
I could clean the world.
I can clean the dirt from the earth. Maybe there's a dead kid in my room.
I want a story, like a short story about a bunch of Roombas getting outside and sucking up the world.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
it's a weird evolution of Wall-E.
Yeah. But yeah, so he takes the exoskeletons. Once he had all 5, he brought them all back to his lab.
Fuck yeah.
He finally has the remnants. So he then melted them down into a liquid. The molten. Not really know what to do with them. He puts them inside one of the animatronics he's built. I believe he puts it particularly in the Freddy one. But something is wrong. It wasn't calm and collected like Baby. It was jagged, angry, erratic, barely in control. Whatever life in this body was confused and messed up. He would then spread this out among the Circus Baby animatronics. But that honestly wouldn't help much. You just took 5 souls and put it into one and then try to split it up again?
I don't think it's how it works.
Yeah, these spirits are very confused and not happy. They've kind of created their own new entity now. It's all new. Afton, disappointed, and run out of material, returns to see if he could find any last part scraps. Surely, maybe the old toy animatronics are here with some of the old parts. Maybe they'd be there for repairs. They were used for repairs. But when he returned, he was jumped by the spirits of the dead bodies.
Oh. He got ghost jumped?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now released from their suits, they're still bound to this place. And the angriest, Cassidy, the one he should not have killed, would chase him down.
Because Cassidy was the one that got crushed in the suit and was twitching and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
High noon.
He had an idea. Oh, the safe room. There's a spare golden Bonnie Springlock suit in there. He killed these kids in that. They would have no power over him there. He would be safe.
Fuck yeah. So he puts on his mech suit and then goes to fight the kids.
He got into his suit, but maybe during the leaky roof, as the place was pretty run down, or old suit, or maybe he was rushed to put it on as Cassidy was chasing him. But just as he gets it on and he feels safe, the spring locks failed, sticking in hundreds of metal spikes into his body, causing him to bleed out on the floor, just as he did to Cassidy.
So when you say Cassidy was chasing him, it's the golden bear with Cassidy's spirit.
No, it's the little child spirits.
Oh, it's just the actual spirit. Okay,
yeah,
sure.
So we see like a 2-bit animation of this, and we see the little child, the 5 little child spirits. His son is not there.
Okay.
By the way. So yeah, so it's just the 5.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Nice. So he's dead.
Chasing around.
That's it. Cool, he's dead. Awesome. We're good to go. Right?
Now it's just the 5 kid ghosts tormenting him for all eternity.
Yeah.
You'd think so, but the next line of my script is, but he would not die.
Why? What?
What do you mean?
He could not. Not without making his family whole. Afton, refusing to die, would haunt the suit, but it was stuck there in the broken body. It's unclear whether he is just like spiritually in the body or there. It's pretty clear he did die, but he's like staying in the body, staying awake, staying there. So his spirit doesn't move on. But yeah. Afton's rush break-in to trigger rush break-in to see if he could find any last piece of remnant had triggered the security alarm. And unfortunately, when the security guard, the night shift security guard, found all the dismantled parts around the floor, he had to assume that someone had broken in. And of course, when someone breaks into a place, they have to call the owner.
Yeah.
Henry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Henry comes down to check out the place. No one knows the safe room's there except Henry. So once they'd investigated the whole place, Henry looks in the safe room, and who does he see? His business partner.
No, he doesn't. He sees the fucking bear. What are you on about?
Well, he sees
the bunny.
The bunny suit and William in it. You can see him bleeding out on the floor there.
Yeah.
And he has stares. William begging in his mind, begging Henry to save him, get him out of the suit. Henry looks at him, shakes his head,
shuts the door,
and walks out.
Yeah.
And then I'd like a quote.
Oh boy, here I go.
This is a
here I go quoting again.
Phone guy quote.
The previously mentioned safe rooms are being sealed at most locations, including this one. Work crews will be here most of the day today constructing a false wall over the old door face. Nothing is being taken out beforehand, so if you left anything inside, then it's your own fault. Management also requests that this room not be mentioned to family, friends, or insurance representatives.
I absolutely love any plot point in any game, movie, or anything else that's just like, yeah, and don't mention this to the health inspectors or the safety inspectors or anything else. And it's like...
Security. So Henry would call for all safe rooms to be walled off. As they were a security risk, obviously. William would be trapped there, alone, and in pain, behind a wall, for who knows how long. And so, just like William was waiting to be found, Michael waited and waited and waited. He'd helped his father He'd done good. Maybe this time his father would actually be proud of him and not give him that same disappointed look every time. But William never came home. Being gone wasn't unusual for William, but he usually left a note, and never for this long. However, there was something, this is something they had planned for. William was a very cautious man, and he had a plan for everything. He told Michael if he ever didn't come home, there was an envelope that he kept under his bed. He opened it up and had 2 things in it: a note and a key to his father's office. He never had a key to his father's office before. It was always locked. No one was allowed in. The note said to look behind an empty shelf in the corner of his father's office, and he would find all. And then in small writing at the bottom, it said, "Put her back together."
Okay.
It was weird seeing his father's office after so long. It's weirdly empty. What does his father do in here all day? Nothing much on the desk. And an empty shelf. What does he do? Well, maybe, where's behind the shelf? Maybe there's a phone number or something? Maybe, I don't know, what his dad's left.
We all know what's behind our bookshelf. It's a bookshelf. There's only one thing behind bookshelves.
To Michael's amazement, the shelf swung open to reveal a giant elevator.
Okay, elevator technically counts. I was going to say door, but yeah.
Yep. And we have a little quote.
Or vampires.
This is Michael.
There's no vampires behind the bookshelf, Jude?
This is Michael.
This is Michael. Why? Okay. He's not young at this point. He's like a teenager.
Father.
Or like a young adult.
Father! It's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be.
The elevator led to an underground bunker under their house, mapped to match their house completely. This was where his father spent all this time. But what is he doing down here? He found parts and plans, mostly for Circus Baby's Party World and rentals, something he hadn't thought about since it closed down due to gas leaks. It also brought back the death of his sister, Elizabeth. He found all the animatronics back there too, including the one made for his sister, Baby. But she was different. You could talk to all the animatronics, of course, but her responses were more strange. Almost like she knew him. Almost like she was alive. And were those his sister's green eyes? Was this his sister? Were the other animatronics at Freddy's Haunted? The ones he'd seen move?
Was that the bite of 87?
What was William, his father, doing down here? Through files, he found notes and evidence that William had been trying to rebuild his family. He had found heads on poles, green eyes, blue eyes, closed eyes, representations of his sister, his brother, and his mother. Even more horrific, he found blueprints of animatronics where he had child trapping features and storage units. He even found little baby animatronics, like he was trying to make his sister and brother again. Were all the rumors and stories true?
Oh, wow, holy shit, Michael.
He never wanted to believe the shit about his father. He also found blueprints of things called illusion discs and discovered how they could change the perception to see horrors. Had he been investigated and experimented on? Seeing the nightmares? He truly realized he didn't know his father at all. He'd been living with a monster.
He realizes it now.
He also found out about Remnant. The Remnant his father had stolen and put in the animatronics. After talking to them, understanding them, he had to get these guys out of here. These were living beings. He had to save them. He followed the instructions his father left, knowing that maybe his father was a monster, but these instructions, he would put his sister back together. That he would do. This is for, again, well, I will continue your quote, Guy. This is a continuing.
All right. What's Michael up to? They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but they thought I was you, and I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to. You pasted the same quote twice.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Oh, thank you for noticing that.
That's all right.
Yes. Even in his horror, he still wanted his father's approval.
Mm.
I mean, he's been brainwashed.
Bro's just got daddy issues.
So true. Once done, he's just got issues. Once done, he couldn't leave them down there again. He couldn't leave his sister down there. The collective animatronics collectively known as Enids, he hadn't trusted, but he had been a bit too angry. But his sister, he did. Following her instructions, it would leave them both out of here. But being trapped out here too long and influenced by Enids, she tricked him. This is, I need a little girl's voice.
There is nowhere to go when we look like this, but if we look like you, then we could hide. If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go. The scooper only hurts for a moment.
She brought him to the scooper room, a machine that was built to take all the remnant out of an animatronic for use, something William had mastered over the years. However, used on Michael, it had made him into an empty suit. An empty suit for the collective mind and animatronics, including his sister, to inhabit.
Lovely.
They needed a body to go outside, and they would take their one by force. For the next few months, the collective lived inside Michael. The life force of Remnant kept him alive as they puppeted him around. Eventually, his body would start to decay, to rot. Eventually, becoming a literal purple guy.
Oh my god, fuck that. No.
That's a quote I took from Matt Pepper, the little purple guy quote.
So, for Jude as well, someone who's not on the lore, very early lore, there was the 8-bit minigames, and there was a purple character walking around, and because they didn't know who it was just purple guy. And it's like, who's purple guy? Who's purple guy? A literal purple guy. I'm just gonna kill. This is fucked.
I was confused about one thing, though.
Yes.
I correctly guessed that Michael was the character you play as in the first game.
Yes.
But he's dead now.
Well, we've already had the first game.
Oh, when? What?
So the first game was when Michael spent 5 nights at the animatronics to learn notes, and he got fired for tampering.
Oh,
sorry if
that wasn't mentioned. Okay, I had no idea that's what happened.
There's so many games. I'm not mentioning every game.
Okay, I thought the first one was like a big. Okay, cool. That's fine.
So the first game is.
I thought we were still building up to the first game, man. No. Okay, cool.
So the first game actually is a very small event in the timeline.
Yeah, cool, awesome. All right, that changes things in my mind. Yeah, continue.
But that was the first game. So the first game was Michael going to work at that place.
Yeah,
that's where you work as Mike Smith.
Yeah,
and he then gets fired for tampering in the odor.
Sure.
That's he learned stuff for.
Yep. No, that's good. I got it now.
Cool.
Yep.
Also, Michael doesn't die.
Yes. Also,
he got scooped. Yeah.
He got scooped into the metal.
Yeah. He doesn't die.
It's fine. It's cool.
Eventually.
I'm sure he's back.
Yeah. So eventually, Michael became too obvious and horrific for even the animatronics. He was too much attention. They believed they were better without him, and so they left him. But even with no bones and in rotting flesh, he still lived on. The remnant in him not allowing him to die. But he didn't mind. He had work to do. Michael had one last thing to do. And I'll send a quote. Guy, you want to finish off the Michael quotes?
Why not? Something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in the shadows. There's only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to find you.
Yes, he is. He's going to find him.
He's got more. It's more of a breathy voice because there's nothing in him, so he's full of air.
Yeah, even without bones, he can still move around.
He's that purple guy.
He would find answers for all these horrific events. He would find the person responsible. He would find his father.
Yep.
Good, Michael. Go, King.
Michael went on watch, waiting for old abandoned locations in security or imitations of Five Nights at Freddy's locations to pop up. Maybe they found an old suit and got one and put it all together in a show. He'd be there. And once it was a very successful business after all, and people actually, even though all this horrific stuff happened, people were opening new locations all the time whenever they could. Maybe his dad would show up. Surely he couldn't resist all of these.
Of course.
He'd apply for a security guard, act his part, wait to see if his father would show, and if nothing happened after a week, he'd burn it to the ground.
Hey, but how did he keep getting these fucking jobs if he was fucking purple?
No one really applied. No one really.
To be fair, security guard's a pretty shit job.
You're at night. Usually they're from the applications we've seen. They're over the phone applications. You just say, just show up at that date. Just have the keys. It's dark at night. You have a hood on. Also,
the early 2000s was a different time.
Yeah.
I'm also fighting for these jobs. This guy's calling over the phone.
If you look at his resume, he's been a security guard at many places. He's got a great record. He's got a great resume.
Yeah.
He spends like a month at each of them and they all burn down. Fucking crazy bad luck.
Yeah.
See, if this guy can get a job, kids these days just aren't trying hard enough, clearly.
He'd read his father's notes that fire would destroy a remnant, so he'd hoped he was freeing any kids he came across.
That makes sense.
And if not, he was burning down this whole franchise.
Also makes sense.
Eradicating it. Removing the history. Removing everything from history. This continued, and his father continued to fail to show up. Wonder why. Michael's nightmares returned. Horrific, monstrous animatronics mixed with the security guy's phone calls, and forever always a reminder of his brother's death and his hospital room. This is also a very good point where FNAF 4 could take place. FNAF 4, you play in a child's bedroom and you have to check your hallways and cupboards, and horrific nightmare animatronics coming down them. You also see something next to the bed. There's like there's a little animated phone that plays phone guy stuff from the other games, and a hospital room sometimes appear in next to it. So this is where it very likely could appear. Again, it could appear a lot of places, but it's likely. So that's FNAF 4.
Yep.
Eventually, in 2023, something came along. This is 30 years after FNAF 1, and it's been many, many years. 30 years of this.
He's been working.
He doesn't have much left to do.
Yeah. Wait, when was FNAF 1?
90s.
1993.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
30 years.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. No, sorry. I'm just making sure the numbers do make sense. Yes.
Something came along. Favbear Frights, a new horror attraction. New horror attraction inspired by the horrific events of the old FNAF locations. Best of all, Michael recognized the address. This was the FNAF 1 location. Opened up again.
Interesting.
Michael had to be part of this.
I've got to get in on this.
If his father was going to show up to any of these, it'd be this one. Turning his family's history and pain into his horror attraction. Not very sweet, you know? Michael,
not very epic gamer.
Michael applied for the job and, of course, got it. Overqualified at this point. On Michael's second night on the job, after 30 years, he finally found what he was looking for. A little phone guy voice, one of you? I think it's Jude's turn.
It is Jude's turn.
Oh. You're not going to believe this. We found one. A real one. A real-life animatronic.
They pulled from the back room, from the safe room. They tear down that safe wall.
Yep. They find a golden rabbit that stinks.
Yeah. They're like, fucking, it stinks, but like, everything in here stinks. You know, it's 30 years old.
It's a horror attraction.
Stinking
is good.
Yeah. They found William, the spring-locked thinking he's just one of the other animatronics they'd learnt about.
Because I guess at this point they haven't had like the person costumes for fucking yonkers.
Yep.
They've only had animatronics.
Yes.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, and I guess if you look kind of like vaguely at it, it's like, well, the animatronics are in place.
Yeah, so yeah, that closed down in 83.
They're kind of nasty, but maybe some water
years.
got through the roof or something.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's not believable, but it is.
Yeah.
It's like right on the. I can see what they're going for.
This is the more believable part of it to me.
This is the more believable part.
Because it's also, I feel like 30 years is so far that the smell of fresh rot is gone, and it's probably more just a gross general husk.
Yeah,
the whole place smells of damp anyway.
Yeah.
His father was barely there anymore, but still haunting that spring lock.
Mm-hmm.
After 30 years, his mind was all but gone. Michael tried to connect with his father, tried to make him remember, but it wasn't enough. All this time, Michael was plagued by ghosts, spirits, and his own consciousness. Being back in the original location was a lot. Everywhere he turned, he could see them, the animatronics, moving, haunting, jumping out of him. Their haunted eyes and burnt faces. What he had done, trying to purge them. We basically see, like, this is FNAF 3.
Mm.
You see, like, ghostly animatronics coming out all from the original games, but they're all burnt up. So this is where we, like, point out why he burnt to the ground.
Fuck yeah.
But he could have sworn one was more than just a vision. He could have sworn every now and then he caught Henry's old security puppet on the cameras. But it didn't help. It didn't seem like it was after him. He hoped it was here to help the spirits pass along. After trying to help his father, he didn't want to leave him there. What?
It was just like
I'm just going to cut.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We'll now cut this whole thing.
Sure. After trying to help his father, he did what was left to do. He went back to the all reliable. Michael burned the place to the ground.
Nice. Goated. King Michael.
Finally, in a blaze of horrors, they would rest. Searching through the remains after, Michael realized something was wrong. William wasn't there. He didn't expect much left, but something in the spring locks. William had escaped. His father was gone. Somehow, his father escaped. Kicking himself, Michael went back to his old game, hoping and praying that his father would show up again. And finally, something did pop up. Something Michael thought he'd never see again. An official Favbear Entertainment franchising opportunity.
Jesus Christ.
This is the first thing at official Favbear branding in decades. Suspicious but intrigued, he applied for a security guard. Naturally, got it. Reading through all the normal, all seemed normal except paragraph 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's a unique thing in paragraph 4. Oh, and it's not letting me post in the chat, so there we go. Have fun with that.
Lawyer voice, I suppose.
This is yeah, sure.
It's a contract.
This isn't a contract, but it's the instructions. So.
Oh, the phone guy?
Sure.
What's appropriate? Direct me.
I remember, yes. I believe it is. It is a guy telling you over the radio.
There is another aspect to the end-of-day routine, and that is inspecting and salvaging any animatronic found in the alley outside the back door. Things are found there quite often, and while we're not quite sure why, we do need to make sure that they can be... We do know that they can be used for parts, which can mean much-needed revenue boost before starting your next day.
Yeah.
Get that cash, baby.
This would specify that he was to look outside at the end of every shift if he found any animatronics out there to bring them inside. He noticed these were often set up during the day, and then he'd seen them move around next shift sometimes. Sometimes they were kept out back. It was clear they were being salvaged and put together, the old animatronics. More and more, these animatronics kept coming. The toy animatronics, the puppet, the Enid that had been inside him, even. Even his sister, now separated from the end of creation, apparently it had thrown her out, as she still loved her father, and she had pieced herself back together part by part. One in particular was different. A black bear named Lefty. An animatronic he'd never seen before. He looked quite new. But hey, maybe it was a new addition from the owner, you know?
Oh, okay.
One question kept bothering him. Who was this his father's work? Was he putting everything back together? Putting all the things back together Michael had tried so hard to tear down?
Kind of seems like it.
So here's a little quote.
Oh, gosh.
This is Baby again.
Yeah, baby.
You played right into our hands. Did you really think that this just fell out of the sky for you? No, this was a gift. For us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All of this little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we created to do, and be complete. I'll make you proud, Daddy. Watch, listen, and be full.
And then just as that cut, we get like a cut off and it says, connection terminated. I'm going to do this quote.
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here, but by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called.
Henry.
You have all been called here.
Henry.
Into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirections and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit. A maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children and some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. But to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing, not intended for you, although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered. The memory of everything that started this will finally fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. But to you, monsters trapped in the corridors, be still and give up your spirits. They do not belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace and perhaps more waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although, for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened up to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, old friend. And my daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It is in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you into their arms, the way you lifted others into yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then, so let me save you now. It is time to rest. For you, and for those you have carried in your arms. This ends for us all. No, it was not William. Henry had set this all up.
Let's go!
Doing something he'd been trying to do for years, but a lot cleaner and more efficient. So something Michael had been trying to do for years, but a lot safer and more efficient. Henry had lured all the animatronics back, all the remnant, all the spirit. He would finally put them to rest. He also knew that one of the animatronics wouldn't fall for this, the puppet. The puppet who seemingly acted a lot different to the other animatronics. The puppet seemed to help children and give life.
Because it's the daughter, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it seemingly the puppet Emily was the original person who gave life to these children and kept them alive once they died.
They weren't fucking grateful for it. They murdered their murderer, which, great. But also...
She's a child. She didn't know what to do. All she could do was try and help these kids.
Yeah.
So she kept them alive. in the spirit form.
Best kind of villain's the one who thinks they're doing the right thing.
Yeah. So the puppet had been trying to keep these kids as safe as she could, and that's why she wouldn't be attracted to this place. This place was here to hunt kids, not save them. So he created a new animatronic, Lefty, an animatronic designed to capture the puppet, so he could put his daughter to rest. On his final night, he had instructions to lock down the place and get out of there. But after he locked down, Michael stayed. Michael had instructions to lock down the place and get out of there. But Michael decided to stay after hearing this thing. Henry didn't plan for Michael to get there, but when Michael showed up, he's like, "Damn, okay,
convenient."
Yeah,
I mean, convenient, but also like Michael's trying to do the same thing he's trying to do.
Yeah,
but also Henry could probably look and go, "I don't know if he wants to live after this."
Well, he basically went, "This might be I've seen what you've been doing. You might want to just stay here."
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, up to you. And Michael did want to stay. He was living on only in Remnant, and he wanted that to be over as well. He had no reason to keep staying alive. Henry, Michael, and all the animatronics would burn away together, cleaning the slate, and finally ending this all for good. The end. Or is it?
Yeah, it is.
It is. It's the end.
Yeah.
That's living by the law canon. It's done. There's nothing else.
There's one more thing.
God damn it.
Afton, screaming as he burned, and finally left his body.
Which Afton?
Sorry, William.
Okay.
You're right. Thank you for doing that. William, screaming as he died, finally left his spring-locked body, came back to himself a bit. His mind starting to return. Things became more clear. Where was he? Dead at last? Finally at peace? He was devastated.
Oh, man.
He would never be able to put his family back together again. But he was so tired. After holding himself together for so long, finally he could rest. Then he was jolted awake. He was in a security office, wearing a security uniform? What the hell was this? What's happening? Was this a dream? Is this Freddy's? Bang, what was that? And then he saw them. The animatronics slowly moving on the cams, coming for him, slowly but surely. He did his best to fend them off, and he knows these animatronics. He can fight them as best as he can, but they kept coming. Seemed like to last forever. His night would never end. Eventually, they got him, ripped apart by the animatronics. Finally, he was dead again, and finally, he could rest. William woke up again. Different location. Slightly different security outfit.
So his purgatory is having to play the games that we had to play as players, basically. Yeah, cool.
Is this you putting Custom Night in there?
Yes,
Fuck
I am.
me.
Because Custom Night is part of the
No,
lore.
I agree with you. It's just a motherfucker.
So the other one, by the way, the Henry stuff was Pizzeria Simulator.
Sure.
And this is Ultimate Custom Night, which is one of the games.
Sure.
Crazy.
He in a different Freddy's location, and all started again. He saw everything. His son's room, his bunker, every FNAF location. Nowhere was safe. They always found him. The animatronics would scream at him in haunting, robotic voice, reminding him of all he'd done. In the lives he lived, one stood out. The mediocre melodies were here. The ones that are played in Chica's Party World, Henry's original locations. Why were they here? He'd never seen them in a Freddy's, never been part of it. Somehow, there's hurt even more that they tainted this area. They'd been the beginning of all of this as well. But focusing on them, he heard a voice behind their voice box. A different one. I'm going to send you two quotes. I want Guy to do one, Jude do one, and then I'll do one.
Sure.
Did Henry Emily kill himself so that he could follow Afton to hell to torment him?
You'll see.
That's fucked.
You'll see.
Tell me. Okay, is this? This is mine.
Yeah, give me a child's voice.
He tried to release you. He tried to release us, but I'm not gonna let that happen. I'll hold you here. I will keep you here, no matter how many times they burn us. This is how it feels to get to experience it over and over and over and over again. Forever.
Did you take both quotes?
I thought you said it as I was reading.
He said that's fine.
And you double sent it again.
You can have this one then, Jude.
Was that meant to be the same voice?
Yes.
Ah, fair. Okay. Is this meant to be the same voice as well?
Yes. Okay. Google is okay. He can have this one then, Jude.
No. Jude has. I stole.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, what you're saying, I have it.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Don't fucking try and steal this one too, Jude. Okay?
There's nothing been sent.
I haven't sent it yet.
Well, it's sent. Okay, there we go. Gotta love the joys of Messenger.
Yeah.
There
we go.
We've only just begun. I will never let you leave. I will never let you rest.
Yeah.
The spirits would not let him move on.
Nice.
At least one wouldn't.
Cassidy.
Cassidy.
Ah, okay. Yeah, fair.
Cassidy, the angriest spirit of all of them, the one living in Golden Freddy, the one he should not have killed, would trap him here in purgatory, reliving his life's worst memories in a horrific animatronic twist forever.
Fuck yeah.
Not letting him leave.
That's an angry 5-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Also, the one he shouldn't have killed implied the rest were cool.
I take issue with that wording.
That is a quote from the game they say multiple times.
Cassidy was his worst mistake.
That's fair, but this is a quote from the games multiple times. It's not my artistic
Hey,
place.
Scott Cawthorne, I'm calling you out. Those first 5 kids also shouldn't have died.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my take. I know it's controversial.
And that is the end. There is more, because there's more games that come afterwards.
No, that's it.
We won't be talking about them.
We're good.
This is my perfect franchise. I acknowledge there's more, but this is a perfect story. It's a story of 2 men and then 2 families joined together for the love of making children's days better and animatronic animals. They love animals.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately destroying one another and turning these men on the very children themselves.
Good God.
And if you enjoyed this episode, you can request your own episode. And we have American Recluse to thank for this episode, don't we just?
We do. Thank you so much to American Recluse for this suggestion. You can suggest stuff down in the comment section below. We'll add it to we have a long list of suggested episodes, but you can also request an episode we will do on our Patreon at our prestige level tier. You can also join at our novice level tier. You can get access to, or any tier, you get access to scripts and minisodes.
Yeah,
where we talk about small bits of lore that don't fit in the whole episode. We also do reviews up there sometimes. Also, join our Discord, where we talk about this shit and talk about episodes and have a fun little community there. And yeah, that is the gist.
Who are our patrons?
Oh, yeah, sorry, patrons. Our prestige lawkeepers are A Junkie Monkey, American Recluse, Splits Bandit, Bong the Bar, Josh from Maine, Metalhead Swifty, and Shadow. And thanks so much to our novice lawkeepers, Brianna, Dan Dubs, Hooligan, Josh Jacob from Norway, not Josh from Norway, Josh 2, Leon, Loading Name, and Luke Nukem. Thank you so much to all of you.
Get 'em, baby.
And Patreon, not your thing, it's all good. Tell your friends. Or the number of stars you rate us is the number of times you can burn down a restaurant and still get a job.
The number of stars you give us is the number of times you can put your worst enemy through purgatory.
Good one.
The number of times, the number of stars you rate us, are the number of kids you can put back together.
And as you put together your kids and puppet, the security puppet comes and tucks you into bed and then whispers in your ears, "Good night." I don't know what it sounds like, so.
And as you arise after a productive night of burning down pizzerias, ready to find a new job at a new pizzeria that you're also going to burn down, face the morning and say, "Good morning."
And when your father never comes home and you find out that he has a giant experimental lab under your house, you go, "What the fuck?"
That's it.
Say sayonara, FNAF.
Sayonara, FNAF.
Sayonara, Freddy
Favbear.
John Favbear.
Heart.
So what do you think of that, Jude?
William Afton did not have construction permit for the lab under his house.
No, he did not. What do you think?
That is not council approved.
Give us a 5-word summary and your review, Jude.
Give us a 5-word Fredbear.
Review.
When I woke up this morning, I knew absolutely nothing about... I'm giving more than 5
That's
words.
more than 5 words.
Yeah, I know. But this is my review. When I woke up this morning, I knew nothing about FNAF. Nothing at all. After our first episode, I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And after our second episode, kind of wish I had just not learned anything about it.
Yeah.
And that's the lesson of this podcast.
It is.
Thank you for listening to Living by the Law. If you enjoyed our podcast, please leave a review, tell your friends, and if you're feeling extra generous, become an official lawkeeper by joining our Patreon today. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Living by the Law. All links are in the description, and thank you in advance. We have been, and always will be, living by the law. Thank you for your company, and good night.